So we can see behind you the coaching going on with some of the under-19s players. What's happening today?
They're all taking the practical exam for the level 1 coaching course. We aim that every player that comes through our system leaves with at least a level 1 coaching badge, so they can pass on their experience and go back to the community clubs and put something back into the game.
We've been doing it for a number of years now, where we try and get the next generation of academy players coming through our systems to do a level 1 coaching qualification off the back of that, with a view for them to go into the community and coach, maybe at their old club, and just try and engage more kids to play the game more than all else.
Oh, and you've been doing your level 1 coaching. How have you found it?
I found it really enjoyable. Yeah, it's good to give back to community. Obviously, as I've been working up community and just got to Leeds.
Is it good to learn some new skills?
Yeah, definitely. It's good to have like a different eye on them training and stuff like that, because obviously I'm normally involved in training. I'm not really the coach as such.
We started a couple of years ago, and some players now are going on and doing a level 2. Joe Sanderson's a prime example. He's come through, done a level 1, done a level 2, and now he's a development officer within the Rugby League development plan for Leeds.
He was an academy player with us. He came through our systems for 3 years, and at the start of his 3-year contract with us, he did a coaching qualification like this, and he got the buzz for coaching. He enjoyed it. And over a number of years, he did some coaching with our foundation, and off the back of that, he's now become a community development officer. I know he's moved on to Pastures News at Hunslet, but he stayed on here as a coach with the Leeds Rhinos Foundation as a community development officer.
Do you benefit as a player getting a qualification, a coaching qualification, starting on that route? Because obviously rugby can be a short career. It gives you something to fall back on.
Yeah, I feel it's massive. Like you say, it's not exactly the longest career you can have. So it is giving you things that you can fall back on, and then hopefully, like, I can stay in rugby throughout like a long time in my life, so I could step back into something like along these side of roles.
So we've got the under-11s and under-12s from Milford, local club that shares the facilities with us, so it's an ideal opportunity to them to come down and get coached by some of our academy players. It adds to that link to the community that we need to have, and we need to have these kids going back and staying engaged with their community club.
What's been the most enjoyable part of it so far for you?
Probably actually coaching the kids, because it's reminded me of back a few years ago when I were under-11s, under-10s, and doing days like this.
Do you find yourself having to explain clearly what you're wanting the young guys to do?
Yeah, I feel like I do, because I feel like I can relate back to myself and thinking, I can remember doing that and things like that.
Yeah. Us as a club, we're big on developing players to play the game, but we're also big on trying to develop them away from playing. Giving them alternative career. So for instance, we overlook their education now. We're regularly in contact with the colleges and the sixth forms that they're at, and then off the back of that we look to try and progress them on.
Johnny and Sarah talks about hopefully you guys being able to go back to your old clubs as well. It's important that players continue to develop the next generation of young players.
Yeah, I feel like it's a big aspect to that. Especially working through ranks and, like I say, giving back to community clubs for helping you out and things like that.
Do you think it's important as well, having the mindset of a coach as opposed to a player? It gives a chance to the young lads to see that side of the game?
It definitely gives you a different perspective on the way you see rugby. Instead of it being all about yourself, you're thinking about a group of 9 or 10. And probably seeing the coach's point of view when we're doing stuff, because it all, even though they're working with under 11s, under 12s, it all transfers to what we do. It's the same skills that they're developing, what our coaches are using day to day with them.
Yeah, I think it's important that we get the lads, not just the academy players, not just coaching each other, that they're coaching the community. So Milford Marlins, it's a local community club. Funny enough, my old club as well, and we've got them involved this today because. Why? It's half term. Let's get these local players involved in an event like this, which can be only beneficial for them.